Well, I think an API is probably a business product more than it is a technical interface. And what I mean by that is, yes, you need APIs to communicate with mobile devices, and you need APIs to communicate with websites or between different websites. But I think what makes an API really special is that an API is something that a company goes out, markets, productizes, supports in a very similar way to the way that they went out and they created a website with its own brand and its own look and feel. So now companies are going out and they're building APIs to support mobile applications and websites and things like that, and to support B2B interactions. And that API is at its core a technical thing which supports a set of protocols and communications between mobile devices. But I think from a business perspective, it's a channel, it's a product, it's a brand for companies. Well, APIs are really a whole new type of business. It is, as 10 years ago people were talking about websites, or maybe further back than that people were talking about websites, now people are talking about APIs. And APIs is becoming a way for companies to do business. It's a way for people to make money. It's a way for people to create new business channels and new partnerships. So APIs is the driving technology under a lot of new business initiatives that we're seeing in the marketplace today. On the business side, people can run into very, very common pitfalls. They are not launching an API that anyone cares to use, or they're launching it without the proper sort of support and documentation. It's similar to going out and inventing a new product that either nobody wants or nobody knows about or cares about. So that's a very common business pitfall. On the technical side of things, releasing an API that's not secured correctly, is not well supported, doesn't have the appropriate sort of scalability, doesn't have the appropriate infrastructure to support it, doesn't support the right security standards, doesn't look right, doesn't behave correctly, isn't well tested. All of these things are very common pitfalls that you see with APIs based on the maturity of the organization. Westway Software stands out from its competition in two different ways. The first way is that we actually offer a complete lifecycle solution. So earlier I mentioned that we offer the support and the expertise and the professional services, but our product also encompasses the entire lifecycle, from the planning of an API all the way through its development, to the integration, to the gateway services, to the developer portal, and ultimately to analytics. The second thing is we also offer it both in the cloud as well as on-premise, and even a hybrid between the two. So some of our competitors, they only offer it in the cloud, others only offer it on-premise. Some of them don't offer all the components, and that's really how we differentiate. Westway Software helps companies adopt APIs in three different ways. We provide expertise, in other words, we help you build the right API. We provide professional services, so we will actually help you build that API. And lastly, we provide products to actually support and maintain and secure that API.